Big dog, we got a situation here. I'm gonna need some backup. We got a 1022 in progress. I'm gonna need you to bring in the big gun. Get on the ground. Get on the ground right now. If you don't get on the ground right now, I'm gonna make a video about you. Fine. You leave me no choice. Prepare to be epically owned, noob.
Could you give the players content?
You serious?
Hallelujah! How's it going, guys? My name is Blessious, and if you are a Destiny nerd like me, you're probably excited because today, well, if you're watching it on launch day, it's launch day for Black Armory. And if you're curious, my honest opinions about it, I am glad that you stopped on by because I'm going to share them. For those that need a little catch up, Black Armory is filling the slot of basically Curse of Osiris or the Dark Below in the Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 timeline. Basically, it's a new attempt at DLCs with a seasonal or annual pass that I believe costs $30. Essentially, it's $10 per experience. And I was excited at first for that because I was thinking, hey, it's Bungie trying to be like World of Warcraft and have like a faux recurring subscription, which I thought would be cool because, you know, constant content updates. But they were very honest about how everything was working in their timeline graphs that they shared before. You know, this week you start out, you can grind this forge, and then the 7th you can grind this forge and a new raid comes out, and then next week there's a thing, and then the next week there's a thing. They weren't lying about that because that's essentially this DLC.
Are you serious? This is torture. You're torturing me and everyone else watching.
All right. So first thing, you go to the spider, he gives you a little thing, and you go and find out that there's this secret organization inside of the tower wall. Basically, kind of like a black market. And that leads me to the question is like, how in the heck did the Vanguard not know about this if it's right under their nose? But again, I can't really say anything because, you know, when the Leviathan raid came out, there was an NPC that was controlled by Emperor Callus that had a medallion on his head. I mean, couldn't Zavala just sniff that out? Anyway, there's a faux wall that you can disappear into, and you find this new NPC that's basically Scarlett Johansson as an EXO, as Black Widow, essentially. She has a deep, smoky voice. She doesn't talk anything like this at all. My best friend, Victor, his mother talks like this. Hey, Victor. Hey, can you go to the store and get me some smokes and 2 tray Yingling, eh? Kind of frightening. No, but she kind of talks like Scarlett Johansson, and she has an undying hate for Guardians. Again, if you have an undying hate for Guardians, why would you live inside the freaking tower? I kind of complained about that. I was like, what? I don't understand. But when I was streaming, someone was like, well, our tower just was destroyed and we moved into her territory. That area used to be owned by her family until they died. Understood. I would just move out. I'd be like, oh hell no, and just fly away. I mean, obviously the spider would probably have more room for it. Like, oh, you have this black market armory? Oh hell yeah, like come on in. Anyway, she gives you a quest to activate this weapon of old forge. So you go get it and you're like, hell yeah. And I don't mind going through and killing enemies just to start up a quest. I don't mind that. I'm ready to grind. But essentially it's you do a little bit of this, you do a little bit of that. You gotta kill these big guys, and then you gotta kill these guys, and then you go back to her and you're like, oh man, I'm gonna get me a new machine gun and start the story. Nope. What you get to do is go to Earth and wind up to this new area that's kind of like in this old area, but it's a new area technically. And you see this forge. Basically, it's like Blind Well from Forsaken, but you can matchmake into it. First, that you think, oh hell yeah, I can matchmake into this. Great for solo players. But you find out it's 625 light, and even the most experienced people that have pre-made groups are having a horrible time for it. And as of recording this video on launch day, I don't think anyone has got past the second wave. And there's 3 waves to be completed. And essentially, you got to kill these big glowing guys. They drop these batteries. You throw it at the forge. And it just keeps on churning, baby. Forging. It's the time gate, yeah. Anyway, a lot of people are having a hard time with it. And what I realized was, after I went through and I was grinding personally, I noticed that, whoa, I'm 600 light. I'm having a hard time with this. And it's hard for me to get like those power-ups because like sometimes I would get something that was just 600 when I'm already 600. And I was looking and I peeped Dado and all of his gear was, you know, 600 and some stuff was 606, but his essential light power was 601. And I was like, damn. And this is like 4 hours into the grind. I'm like, damn, this, ooh. Like, you gotta grind just to get to the story. This is gonna be a heck of a thing because I'm peeping at Dado right now. Dado has all 600 stuff. You know, some stuff that it's like 606 I saw on him earlier, and he's at 601. And he's having a hard time with this. And that's 4 hours after the DLC launched. That tells me my first impressions is there's a little bit of story, a lot of it's doable. But as soon as you get to this thing where you need to get the powerful gear, you do this forge, and it's locked to 625, dude, you're gonna have a little bit of a hard time because what do you have to do? You have to do all of this stuff. You've got to grind. Dreaming City. You got to do all the dailies. All the dailies, that's what you've got to do. This game is just adding to the end game. That is my theory, is Bungie was like thinking like, okay, well here, there's extra end game. There's no story, it's just boom, here's more end game. I wouldn't mind just a tad bit of story, and I don't know if there's just a facade. Like, what happens when I complete this? Is there like story that opens up? Is it told through lore? Is it just told through like the Guns of Lord tab? I don't know, but it is a little weird that, you know, like besides being able to get and use this forge, that's the only thing new that I'm able to do besides look at the shiny new room with Ada in it. Hey, go over there and give me some of that heavy machine gun stuff, okay? So my only complaint is essentially it feels like how Forsaken felt when you completed the story, when you completed the soft power cap grind, and you're ready to start that grind to get raid ready. And everyone was excited, everyone was competitive to get ready for that raid that you had 2 weeks to get ready for! And then it was still hard. But take that, right? Take all that grind for just to get to raid ready and to put it to the first story mission of Black Armory. That's my only thing. It's just kind of weird. It's just kind of weird. Like, I'm not asking for anything to be handed to me. I do want a challenge, but I just find it so weird that right off the bat, the first thing is like, you got to go and do all of those milestones that you've been doing since Forsaken. You like doing those milestones, you got to keep doing those milestones. Proud memory keep on burning. Milestones keep on shining. Time gate. Time gate. Okay, I'm gonna stop before I get copy striked. It's a little weird because, like, say we do get 625 and next week there's gonna be a new forge, or for this Friday there's gonna be a new forge, right? Is that one gonna be made so much easier because we're gonna be higher light level? And then the next one, and then all of a sudden these things are just gonna be easy to spit out? I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyway, thank you so much for stopping on by. I'm definitely not hating the Black Armory so far. I mean, I only put 4 hours into it. These are just honest first impressions of it. But it does feel, it feels like an endgame grind right off the back. And I think Jay Sniperton put it the best. It feels like you buy the game, take off the wrapping, and you're like, eh, and you just put it back on the shelf. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, I know it's a little bit different, consider leaving a like on it. And if you'd like to become a Holy Taco, just knock down that subscribe button with your clicks. I mean, don't you want to look at this Holy Taco? Don't you want to become one of these? Subscribe. Anyway, you have the best one ever. Peace. Oh, God.